nothing can go downhill from here. So.
Good, yeah. We got that out of the way. Just we wanted to liven you up a little bit.
My name is Catherine. I'm an entertainment writer at Refinery29. I'm here with two very special guests, Darren and Chuck Chris. They are here to chat. So I'm just gonna, dive right into it. I didn't come up with a segue, but this is it.
It's all good. Can I ask you, is this gonna be in the tissue issue?
Oh, if I have something to do with it,
Okay, cool.
which I don't.
Sweet.
So.
Great. Just want to make sure.
So Darren.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, Catherine.
Hi. In less than 10 years, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna miss things, but I'm gonna do it by my way. You've been in, well, obviously, Very Potter musical.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. You've been on Glee.
Yes.
You've been in a Katy Perry music video.
Yeah, that happened.
You've been on 2 Broadway musicals.
Yeah.
And there's probably more. American Crime Story.
American Crime Story. That's happening.
Are you tired?
No more tired than the hardworking interns of Refinery29.
Wow.
We all are hardworking, chasing the same dragon. So I sleep when I need to and party when I have to.
When you have to party.
Yeah.
Under what circumstances do you have to?
Always. I don't know. I tried to sound eloquent with some sort of adage that doesn't exist. That nobody says sleep when you need to, party when you have to. I sleep when I have to, and I party when I need to.
I try to make him party a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I switch those around. Yeah. Life is a party. We were just talking about this yesterday about how this isn't work.
Right.
This is fun. We're very, very lucky. We work hard at making what we make because it's fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
So given that you've done literally everything, is there anything you haven't done that you maybe want to announce right now together? While we're all here.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Live on the internet for all to see. We started a band.
What?
Wow. Okay, so that's the angle we're going with. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Wait. She's been?
Yeah. No, she's it.
Should we
Yeah,
talk-
all
oh,
three
okay.
of us started the band.
Oh, okay, cool. I forgot. I was partying too hard. I forgot
Right.
I forgot what agreement took place. I mean, Chuck and I have been musicians our whole life, and Chuck was in a pretty hit band for a while, and I was at a point where I've needed to put out music of my own for a while, and I had so many songs I've written and produced over the years, and I kind of wanted to start over, and so Chuck and I have done so many songs together that of the pile, Chuck and I just got together to maybe work on stuff for me, and as it got more and more fleshed out, I was like, these are our songs. This is the thing. This is the thing we should release. And I can't put my name on it. It's us. It's a band, and so now you're looking at computer games.
Yeah.
Which is the two of us.
Computer games.
Actually, that's a question I had. So the band Computer Games, how did that name come about? And do you have a favorite computer game that inspired it?
Chuck?
I do have a favorite computer game, and that's SimCity.
2000?
Yes.
Or
I love-
1, 2, 3, or 2000?
I love 2000. I love the original one, too. But I think 2000 was really great because it was more 3D and exciting. But I loved SimCity. I thought that was just a really great game. And those are the kind of games we're kind of referencing.
Okay.
With the band name, we weren't playing these shooting up super violent shooters for
Not there's anything wrong with
but
that. Not there's anything wrong with Unreal Tournament,
Nothing
Doom,
wrong with that.
and or
But yeah, it's more Oregon Trail
Yeah.
and SimCity. Those are the games that we had because we weren't allowed to play video games, so we only had games on.
it was like a weird
computers.
loophole
Yeah.
that we could do. So computer games is the name that I gravitated towards for many reasons. Obviously, it has a lot to do with our childhood, and this EP and the songs that we've written have a lot to do with adolescence and growing up. Obviously, we're very close in age, and we share a similar experience. A lot of our songs are about the same sort of nostalgic themes. So computer games not only kind of encapsulates that, but it has everything to do with how we create music. I mean, the way we played SimCity 2000 when we were kids is the same way that we make music. Those games aren't around in our lives as much anymore. So now we're on Pro Tools and Logic and making digital music, and the way that we are applying creativity to making fake cities is the way that we're creating music. So it's still kind of a fun game, and we use computers in the same way. And thirdly, it's sort of not even a metaphor. It's a direct. It is how we communicate on a daily basis with everybody on our phones. Like computer games is Facebook, is social media. So
you could be live on Facebook.
You can be live on
For
Facebook.
example.
This is a computer game.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, you're
Yeah.
playing games on your computer, basically. Just wasting time
Yeah.
listening to us.
So cool. Working with your brother. This is for both of you, obviously. How is that experience different than working with strangers or a team?
Can I just say that it's the worst?
Yeah.
The
It's
worst.
horrible. I'm thinking about quitting the band. This is.
No, it's really good because we have different strengths and weaknesses creatively, and we kind of are able to basically compensate for each other and like pick
Yeah.
up slack for one person's.
Also, there's no red tape to cut through. Like we grew up together. Like we have the exact same vocabulary as far as creativity is concerned. So when you're doing, if you've done the writer's like journey in LA or New York or Nashville, you go on these speed dates and you meet people and you produce with strangers and you spend most of the time trying to find the common denominator and trying to find common ground, and sometimes it happens very quickly, sometimes it doesn't happen at all. So with Chuck and I, it's like if we're referencing a certain song or a movie or a line or a poem or a book, it's like we know all of those together because
Right.
we've experienced the same ones growing up. So that makes things happen faster, and also we don't have to be delicate. Like we shared a room for the better half of our lives, of our young lives. So it's with ideas, it's nice to just. We don't have to be.
You can be like, Chuck, I love you, but that idea is really
That's
stupid.
really stupid idea. And he says the same thing to me. So, yeah, it's a nice thing. Because I'm really mechanical and I'm very specific about execution and stuff. And Chuck is very good at throwing ideas out there. So I kind of am the extrapolator, and Chuck is like the generator.
Yeah, and so Chuck, you're in freelance Wales.
Yes.
And Darren, the last time you came out with music was like 2010. It was an EP.
Yeah, and that was me just trying to pay rent because I didn't have a
Cool.
job. So.
And so both of those like had their own sound. Like yours is very singer-songwriter. Like what sound should we expect from computer games?
It's not totally off base to say it's a combo of the two. With the Whales, I was also
I'd say
part
so.
of.
Keep going.
I was part of a collective, so it was a little more a combo of those five. But I would say what I contribute to the Whales is like kind of noticeable in some of the creators. Not all the songs, but like I think with Lost Boys Life, that one kind of feels a little more like something that's like a song I had written, and that could have become a Whale song.
Right.
But then,
Yeah, that's true.
But then the more I worked on it with you, then it became more our own thing and more just like bigger in pop scope. So I mean, it's hard to kind of pin down what like our thing is that when you combine the two things, but
I think at the end of the day, it's not really up to us what the sound is. We can. I think people kind of project what they think it sounds like when they get it. So we'll see what people say. We've had a lot of cool, for the friends that we've played it for, we've gotten a lot of cool comparisons that I wouldn't have thought of. But I'm really happy that we get roped into those categories. I'm very flattered that people say Miami Sound Machine and Lyle Richie, because I'm like, fuck yeah, this is so rad. It was not in my head when we did it, but that's an amazing group of people to be associated with. I don't know. The thing is, when you're writing music, you don't really have a goal. You just are creating, and the comparison that I like to have, it's like creating this child, and then you just kind of watch where the kid goes. Like if he wants to play sports, or she wants to be, in politics. It's like, I don't know. It's like you kind of go, okay, cool. This song wants to sound this way, and then you produce it accordingly, you mix it accordingly, and you put harmonies accordingly. So this is kind of a difficult way to answer your question, but you were asking if the sound is anything like...
Yeah, just, no, you answered it.
Yeah, I mean,
Great job.
invariably we all have our sort of fingerprints. If you listen to a lot of bands, some people like certain words, some people like certain rhythms, some people like certain harmonies, and they just, that's their DNA. So it's the combined of both of us. Chuck has a very, I guess production-wise, this very fun 80s electronic thing that just kind of happens naturally without even thinking about it. And I'm very fastidious with lyrics. So, those two things together is kind of what computer games is sounding like.
Okay.
But I'm sure people will disagree with me, as they should. Like, I don't know what people are going to think of it.
Is there a date when people are going to get to hear the music?
When does this go out?
This is tomorrow, so basically.
Who are you?
Sorry.
Sorry. He's so used to that joke. It's so stupid. So this goes out tomorrow, so we can say it today.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Catherine, I'm
Yes.
trying real hard.
Wow, so the music's out, which
Yeah.
is great. Are you guys planning on going on tour?
Well,
No tour planned yet.
yeah,
Something like that.
we're just breaking the door down with just kind of our, like yesterday we were at the iHeart Music Awards and we're not even we don't exist. We're like, if it felt sort of naughty because we don't have any music out and it's not a real thing yet. It will be a real thing as of today when the music comes out. It's such an exciting time to be an independent artist because so many things are in control, and the way that people consume music and the way that music is distributed is so democratic, and we will be able to find out very quickly what the reaction is, whether it be lame or exciting or somewhere in between. We'll know where it's being picked up, how it's being received, what playlists we're on, and then once we kind of see that sort of counter wave to our wave, that we can kind of make moves from there. I mean, I've got a lot of things coming up with Crime Story, so that'll be kind of the marinating period of seeing what happens in the next couple months, and then from there we'd like to record a full-length album. We'd love to tour, but we'll see where and how fast that's got to happen. So yeah, it's just throwing it out there and seeing what people make of it.
So where can fans and listeners go to like keep up to date on all this information about?
I don't know, Chuck.
They can go to our various social media handles, as well as I believe we have a website.
Cut to all our friends that work so hard on making these things, being like,
We did.
fuck.
I got my good friend Nate to do the website. So
Yeah,
go
Nate.
there. Go to WePlayComputers.com.
WePlayComputers.com, and then we have on our socials are. It's all We Play
We Play
Computers.
Computers.
We Play Computers. Computer games, I think, was taken by other things. So We Play Computers on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and all that fun stuff.
Cool. So I have a few selfish questions.
Make them super selfish. Make them
Yeah.
so
They're
inconsiderately
like, what do you think
selfish.
of my sweater?
I think it's very cute.
Thank
It's
you.
good for your complexion.
So I have to confess that I knew you from Harry Potter musical.
I knew you were trouble when we walked in. Shame.
Yeah, and so I met you when I was like, not really, met you through YouTube when I was like 17. So I have a lot of Starkid questions, and by that I mean like 2.
That's amazing, by the way. That means a lot to me.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you. That's really great. That's the best way to introduce anything you're about to say. Because I'm in. I'm like,
Okay,
cool.
cool.
You're cool.
So are you still in touch with everyone there?
Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's like my life. I mean, I think what it's not frustrating because obviously Glee was a massive, massive platform that I would never be so naive to think that wasn't really what skyrocketed things for me. But in my mind, my big break was Starkid, and what makes me so proud of that is that it was something that really changed my life. Like I don't think Glee wouldn't have happened if Starkid hadn't taken off, and I really owe that to the fans that were supportive of that and like gave me any kind of like bubbling, presence in the nerd world. Not calling you a nerd, but yes.
No, I am. That's
But
fine.
no, it's a badge of honor nowadays. It's past that. I think it's lame. So yeah, that was the thing that most people like with my brother. Like the dream for I think anybody, no matter what you do, is to just work with people you love and to work with your friends and to do something that you care about. So I got to do that right out of the gate, and that's why
They're just the best people.
they're just the best people. They're like my best friends, and they like I didn't make Glee. Like I don't have when people are like, oh, like congrats on Glee. It's like I got lucky. Like that was a passive accomplishment. And while I'm very proud of the work that we got to do on it, I was picked up by a thing that had nothing to do with me. Whereas and so I got to ride this train. Whereas on Starkid was like my best friend and all of us making this thing together. So I have a real sense of pride and like and I will always want to work with them, and we're working on that. I think.
That's a good
I
segue
think-
to my next question.
Yeah, it's been a while because Glee kind of took up a lot of my time, and I've been very blessed with a lot of other fun projects, and now that we're doing this, it's very important to me to put up music with Chuck. But the cool thing about creating content, whether it be a series or a film or another musical, is that there's not as much of a ticking clock
Yeah.
on that. I can do that well into my older years, so we're always working on stuff, and I've been working on a lot of stuff with the kind of core Starkid boys, and hopefully that'll come out at some point in the next 50 years.
Yeah.
You
Say
heard it
now.
here first.
Yeah.
Writing music for musicals to me is one of my is bar none my favorite thing to do.
Okay.
So hopefully I get to do that again soon.
Awesome. Yeah, because so this is kind of for everyone. This is what like medium do you like best? Do you like TV, movies, or theater, writing music? What like
Songwriting
what's all of them?
is the funnest and most gratifying thing because it's really making something of nothing and watching it take on a life of its own. Yeah, I'd have to say that's probably the most gratifying because the just creative strife and just all the ennui of being a writer, it's so annoying and tedious, but the back end when you can nail it is so gratifying, and it's not about you, it's about making something bigger and better than you, more important than you'll ever be. So that's why I like writing songs.
Cool. Did you two have a favorite song growing up, or was there a band you both were obsessed with?
That's a long question. That's a long answer. Yeah, there's a lot of bands.
There's a lot of bands. I mean, in high school, I just loved Weezer so much.
Yeah, Weezer was a big one for us, for sure.
I thought they were great. I think they were the first band I heard when I was like starting to learn how to play music, and then I realized that it's like not just a sound, but it's like a guy playing guitar, another guy playing bass, another guy playing drums.
You can start hearing
And
individual
I was
parts.
always starting to isolate those things and figure out that's why they sang this, and so it hit at that moment, and it was just about, and all their songs were about not having girls not be in love with you, just, hit home pretty hard. So
Yeah, in high school, that's a
Yeah.
big one. We were also raised on this sort of golden age of alternative rock. I mean, our heroes were Nirvana, Kurt Cobain, and everything, all those records that came out, which are now classic records, which is crazy to think about because the '90s don't seem like they were a long time ago. But when there was one time where if you could walk into a Warehouse Music, may it rest in peace, where it'd be like it'd be Nirvana, Nevermind, and next to it would be like In Utero and Bleach because they were doing so well that you could buy the other records. And it'd be like Alanis, Jagged Little Pill, which would have just come out. It would be like Soundgarden. It would be Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory, Dookie, Green Day, and all these sort of seminal albums that were all at the same time. And those were all the albums that we were listening to at the same time. And yeah, I think between Alanis, Nirvana, and Green Day, all these bands, it was just the coolest fucking shit that I'd ever heard. Yeah. And that's really kind of what reared me early on as a musician.
Can you say fucking shit on?
I believe
One
so.
last
Yeah, I think so.
Just double check.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah. So my last question before we get to a game is, Darren, you just turned 30.
I did.
How'd
Thank
you
you for reminding
celebrate?
me.
Yeah, you're 30.
I was in Whistler, because I was shooting something for The Flash and Supergirl, and so I'm a big skier. We were just skiing 2 days ago. Vancouver has lots of mountains, so I was working all weekend, so I happened to be on a Sunday, so I went up to Whistler and went skiing. It was great. That's how I celebrated.
Fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's not as sexy of an answer as you probably wanted.
Mountains.
Yeah, mountains are cool.
Yeah.
Right? I partied.
Right, you partied
Went to the club.
when you had to.
Yeah, when I had to.
That was like a callback.
Yes, that was. I know, but I really screwed those up. I should have said slept when I sleep when I have to.
I just
party
wanted to
when I
remind
need
you of the
I know,
mistake,
and
yeah.
you're just haunting me with my mix-up of words.
So the game is called Celeb 1098 because you guys are celebs. And
Are we though?
Yeah.
We don't exist.
And so it's more questions, but this time they're fast and they rhyme. So
Okay.
Hit me, baby.
if
One
you're
more time.
ready, so 10, something you'd never do again.
Oh, I see what this is. The questions. I see.
I thought we were answering questions about celebrities, and I was
Yeah. Like a
Fun.
celebrity we'd never do again,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't think we ever got to do one in the first place.
Okay, gotcha.
This is off to a great start.
Yeah.
Let's
All right.
Be sure to edit in all these sort of
Want
refraction.
me to go from the top now that we're on the same page?
And it has to be quick answers?
I mean, you know, don't
These are
like,
very deep
don't hurt
questions.
yourself, but like
I might.
10, something you'd never do again.
Eat a pear.
Did you not?
I
like
don't
it?
know. I could go without.
You could go out with eating a
I
pear?
could
See,
go-
I don't know if I could do that. I like pears.
They're all right.
Pears are a fun option when
take
there's
like
a
a-
fruit platter and you go, oh, there's pears
I'll
here.
take
It's
an
usually
apple
just
or
cantaloupe
orange.
and pineapple.
I can go without pear the rest of my life. I wouldn't miss it.
Cool.
Bro, I don't know. I'll definitely never answer that question again.
Oh, great. Perfect. 9, favorite trait about your zodiac sign?
Oh, water. Man, I'm Aquarius, so I go with the flow. I'm very
Okay.
malleable,
Okay.
easygoing.
I'm an Aries. I think we're just stubborn, and I like that.
8, best excuse for being late.
What city are we in?
No, it's good when you're just like, hey, like 5 minutes away, but you're actually like hopping in the shower,
Yeah.
and then yeah, it's like just another 15, yeah. But the actual excuse.
I think the best excuse would just be to straight up say what you're doing.
Right.
Hey, just woke up. Be there in an hour.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got robbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't
Okay.
prioritize being there. Sorry, I'm more important than than you today.
Yeah.
Maybe people will appreciate the little honesty. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you can try it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can see how that goes.
Yeah.
7, your perfect date from heaven.
From heaven.
I'm not sure.
Perfect date, but it has to be from heaven. That's
I'm
like 2 other layers. of
Unclear on whether that means they are in heaven or just like they're so heavenly.
Oh. This is also assuming that heaven there is a heaven from which people. This is a
know.
very loaded question.
I told you the questions would be deep.
Yeah, this is deep. Man, is 4 about war? Is that where this is going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Putting 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Perfect date.
Perfect date where she wants to go get barbecue on the first date. Because it's like, that's super messy and like not.
That's actually
like,
a really nice
sexy,
answer.
You know, but it's like, yeah, I love barbecue.
Fuck yeah, barbecue.
Let's like, eat some ribs and
Let's
like
get in there.
really disgusting in front of each other. And, you know,
I can't beat that. That's really good.
yeah.
Because that's so symbolic of other things. Well done. That was a
Well,
good
I
answer.
know. I just ask girls out to go get barbecue all the time.
All the
Get
time and
turned
just
on.
waiting. Yeah, exactly.
6, a problem you want to fix.
Any problem?
Any problem.
Ooh,
There-
war.
War, yeah. I like that. You know, like I've been doing some reading, and it's like I don't want to shock anybody, but
Yeah.
like it's like it's affecting a lot of people.
Yeah.
And
We did no war.
yeah, like no, yeah, like no more war. That's a good one. Yeah.
On that note, 5, favorite song for a drive.
For a drive?
Yeah.
Oh man, so many.
Yeah, but there's like
So
some
contextual.
really ABBA.
Ooh, yeah.
You just went straight for it.
Yeah.
ABBA.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll never say no to ABBA.
Yeah, ABBA.
Yeah.
I agree. So when we all go for a drive.
I will say Will Smith's Miami.
Ooh, in Miami or like not
No, like on a
Miami,
freezing
yeah.
day in Michigan.
I like that.
Yeah, I'll never forget. I was in like
Aha.
a snowy. Ha ha ha. That was. He said, "Aha."
That's my will.
Yeah, that was. It was like
My
he was
rapping
here.
will.
When there was a snowy tundra that I remember driving to the airport when I was at the University of Michigan, and it was awesome because Miami was playing when we were like bumper to bumper, and it's just going outside, and I was like, yeah, this song never makes me feel like I'm not in the hottest place in the world.
Yeah.
Great. So 4, get ready. Last text you sent before you walked out the door.
Oh, I thought that was the war thing. Okay, we were trying to.
I tricked you.
Although we are still anti-war.
I think mine was running late. Sorry.
Yeah. Mine was shit. I don't even know. I like passed out last
It
night.
wasn't just K, one
Yeah,
one
K.
letter. K.
What time do we have to be Refinery29? I think that was the text.
Cool. 3, give us advice for free. We will not pay.
Wait, is there an option where we can make you pay? Like pay like a $2.99 monthly
Not on this
subscription to our
card.
advice?
Not on this card.
Buy good socks.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't skimp on
don't
socks.
skimp on the socks.
Yeah, and like but like not even just like material wise, but you know, buy fun socks.
Yeah.
You know, like what a missed opportunity to be creative and have
Yeah.
fun socks. When is how often does this happen? Your socks suck. It's usually nice socks. So just buy cool looking socks.
Yeah.
Colors are your friend.
And comfy socks.
Comfy socks.
Mhm.
Yeah. Although if you get the big pack of like 10 white
Yeah.
socks, if it's boring, I can respect the deal.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know.
Yeah.
2, something you've heard about you that's untrue.
I just don't listen to people.
People think I'm a stoner.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
And I probably would fail miserably even trying to find drugs.
Yeah.
I think it's just maybe I have a stoner vibe.
You have a disposition. Yeah, I get that too. A lot of people always presume that Darren, you got any weed? And, well, I'm very flattered. I'm like, no, man. Me. Yeah, that always happens if we put any. I think if I'm playing shows and if I'm getting really into it, I'll see stuff like, oh, Darren is so wasted. I'm like,
Right.
no, man, just fucking psyched about my job.
Yeah.
High on life, baby. Yeah. I get upset when people think that I'm looking for attention, which is something I've never craved. I'm not.
People say that to you?
No, I think somebody said it to me once early
stuck
on,
with you.
and I think that's something that people will say about people in the entertainment industry
Right.
in general. So it wasn't about me. I think it was about more what I do for a living. And I was like, no, man, I don't need that.
I do it for your
I
attention.
do it for your attention. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's what a horrible thing to say about somebody.
Cool. So 1 is you're done, but you have to take a selfie with us.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
can do
Let's
that.
do it. Let's
Alright.
absolutely. Boom!
I was ready for it this time. Not even a flinch. Okay. We're all gonna get in this.
That should be your new thing.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Stop taking. Yay.
Nice.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Catherine, with the
Thank
can of
you.
wine.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Thank you for coming to Refinery29.
I hope that was fun. Yeah, you guys can edit the shit out of that.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
It's live.
It's live. Yeah.
Bye.